really hope that this being on the table doesn't mean that he's a foot guy. Now, ready for some cannibalism? This game is called My Sweet Housemate, and it's actually from the same person that did Online Obsession with the hot redhead that's kind of like werewolfy. Same person. Same developer. Alright, so this is called My Sweet Housemate, and it says, faced with the cruel and harsh reality of homelessness, you seek out affordable housing in your area. Luckily, it seems you found the perfect rental, but something is very off about your landlord. I wonder what it could be. Looking at houses? Oh, room. 15 square meters, single room, shared kitchen, shared bathroom, no deposit. Shared? Ooh. One room with an apartment at 318 Wilson Avenue. No deposit, 1 year minimum tenancy. Do I have to submit? I guess we're gonna submit the application. Ooh, name! Love these games that let me put in my own name. Voice! We'll go with like a middle voice. Sure. That's all you need to know? You just need my name, my pronouns, and my voice? That's a little scary, but why not? Are they gonna steal my identity? The clock is a goddamn plate. Jesus Christ. You tiredly wait for your application to go through before you shut your old laptop with a sigh. This ancient thing that has clearly seen better days somehow already managed to start hyperventilating after you open just a couple of tabs. This damn laptop sounds like a jet engine. You promptly put it in your backpack as you lean back in your seat. I wish I could imitate doing that, but I don't have a goddamn seat. You can't help but let out a sour chuckle. Anyone else would probably find this old worn-down diner seat extremely uncomfortable, but you don't have the luxury of complaining. Right, we're homeless. Yes, yes. In fact, it might be the softest thing you sat on in a week. Damn, I would love something hard to sit on. Unaware of your actions, you start anxiously fidgeting with your phone, silently praying to all the possible gods out there that your application will be approved. 9, 10. At this point, you've been homeless for 11 months, nearly a year. After saving all the money you could for several months, you finally were able to save enough to rent an apartment. Or at least that's what you thought. In 11 months of your homelessness, the housing prices only went up, making it practically impossible for you to find anything affordable at this point. You frantically searched every housing website, hoping to at least get some shitty old room, but nothing was even nearly in your price range. But this listing was everything you could ever ask for. You were thanking whoever was up in the sky. Thanks, Sky Daddy. Or down there in the pits of hell. Thanks, Floor Daddy. That you managed to apply basically minutes after the listing went live. Sure, it was shady as hell. No deposit, no required credit history. There aren't even any pictures, and as a cherry on top, you'll have to live with some random guy you have no information about. Wait, so he has my name, my pronouns, and my voice, but I don't even know anything about him? Okay. You were so eager to get a first two that you didn't even ask for a tour. If anything, you were almost entirely sure that it was probably some old shed or, even worse, a human trafficking trap. But you were already at the point where you don't even care. You feel like you'll go insane if you spend another night out there on the streets. You shudder at the memories. I mean, I guess fair. I'll give him that. Yeah, anything is better than that. You can swear your heart skips a beat as your phone lights up with a new notification on the home screen. It's an email from the housing website. Could it be? You impatiently unlock your phone, somehow managing to enter your password incorrectly twice before you do. You quickly locate the email app and anxiously start reading. Oh my god, I sound like an Animal Crossing character! Thank you for your application, Shelbu. We appreciate you using our services and our smart algorithm has picked these 5 other apartments for you to look at. Ugh, are you kidding me? I just applied and already got an ad. You silently curse the website, thinking that it would have been better if they paid for your rent instead of financing these ads that no one probably even looks at. Well, besides you. While busy with your grandiose brain cursing session, you almost skip another notification that quickly floats into your phone screen. It's yet another email. I swear to God if it's another ad. But it isn't. It's an email sent by whoever has posted that room listing. The first thing you note is its ridiculous length. It's short. Too short. In fact, there's only 3 lines. One of them being Dear Shelbu and BR Sungmin Kim, the name of the original poster. The middle line just says, if you come to the apartment to sign the contract within 30 minutes, I'll give you the key. Now, you are entirely sure that your heart is skipping at least 30 beats a minute. You immediately spring from your seat, grabbing your backpack on the way before your attention is caught by a sad small cup of unfinished coffee on the table. We should chug that. Squeezing your lips with rising guilt, you quickly grab and drink the cold remnants before putting it back down and storming out of the diner. Will this finally be the day that ends your homeless life for good? You find yourself in front of an apartment door, trying to catch your breath. You don't particularly know, but somehow you manage to make it in time. However, now you aren't even sure that you're in front of the correct apartment in the first place. You were fully expecting some shady and old building, but it turned out to be just some average apartment complex. Something you could probably never even dream of affording in your current state. You hesitate for a good minute before letting out an anxious sigh and pressing the doorbell button. You hear the ordinary buzz play on the other side of the door, and then complete silence. That silence gets quickly interrupted, though, as you hear some faint footstep sounds behind the door. The door's open! You jolt as the sound of a man's voice comes from within the apartment, but almost instinctively push the door open. Still hesitant, you awkwardly step into the entrance. As you walk in, you almost immediately get taken aback by your surroundings. You've replayed so many made-up horror scenarios in your head on the way there that the sight of an ordinary-looking hallway suddenly seems scarier than anything you could have come up with. There's no one in sight, so you just default to a polite stance in front of the entrance door, not even daring to make a single step. Now that you're actually in the apartment, and now that you've confirmed that it looks more or less normal, your anxiety levels are going through the roof. We're so dead. You have to make a good impression. You won't have another chance like this. Shelbu, I assume? Whee! I like a sleepy boy. Look it up. Aw, crap. Well, my face is somewhat in the way. Whatever. I like me a sleepy guy. You almost jump as a tall, slouched man suddenly appears in one of the doorways of the hallway you're in. You don't immediately realize that he's dressed in a suit because of how disheveled and scruffy he appears to be. That is exactly my type. Disheveled and scruffy and sleepy. Albeit, you're not in any position to judge. His eye bags almost seem to merge with the dark eyes as he tiredly looks straight at you. If your eyesight was just a bit worse, you would have even thought he had 2 big holes for eyes, given how pale his skin is otherwise. I wish that they would move the character model to the middle of the screen, Like, I can move my camera, but it's really not gonna do much. Dumbfounded, you stare back at him, thinking that this eye contact is going on for a bit too long for your taste. Before you realize that it's your cue to respond. Ah, yes, that's me. Wrong. My name is actually... How did you guess? Are you a psychic? That would indeed be me, sir. Ooh. Aye, aye, Captain. 'Tis me, Shabu. The man looks at you in utter confusion for what feels like a minute before hesitantly speaking. Right. We still don't know his name, by the way. Oh, wait, no, yeah, we do. It was on the listing. Or the email, my bad. Well, my name is Sungmin Kim. But just the first name is fine. Now, if you don't mind, I'll be late for work if we don't hurry, so if you just follow me to the kitchen. The man then wastes no time as he promptly walks to the kitchen, and you are left with no choice but to follow him in. You step into the kitchen and once again get temporarily stunned by just how normal everything looks. Sure, you can tell that someone lives here by the small stains and patches of dust here and there, but if you had to choose, you'd happily use this space to take some photos for online housing ads or something. Speaking of photos... You thank the heavens for the millionth time today. If Sungmin put up pictures of his apartment, it would have gotten snatched before you could even apply. You don't know if that was just pure laziness or a simple lack of time, but you couldn't feel more grateful to the man in front of you for leaving the listing so empty. But you shouldn't feel grateful just yet. You still haven't signed the contract. Hello, Mr. Sleepy. Now, if you look through the papers and sign the places that I marked... Huh? The papers on the table. It's the contract. Oh, wait, is that it? That can't be it, right? He won't even ask for any additional information? But... if you're concerned about the rent, the payment is obviously up front, but we can go through that in the evening. If I stay any longer, I will probably get fired for being late. You're free to move your stuff and unpack, though. Ugh, but... if you're not interested, that's fine too, but then I'd appreciate it if you... No! I'll sign. I'm interested. Wow, you're an eager one, aren't you? Right. Clearly, this man is not all too concerned about who his new flatmate will be. If he was, he would have put up an empty listing and responded to a random application within minutes of receiving it. You can't even afford to care about his reasons at this point. It's a good apartment. The rent is something you can afford, and the only tenant doesn't look all too crazy. You'll quickly grab the papers messily scattered on the table and slightly trembling hands as you read through them. After making sure that it isn't some sort of human trafficking ring, you take the pen lying on the table and find the marked spots Sungmin mentioned. Oh, I get to sign? I'm... D's nuts. Hey, you wrote your name incorrectly. Okay, snitch. No big deal, you just have to rewrite it. I hate this game. What do you mean I can't sign it, D's nuts? Fine, I'll type my name correctly or whatever. After you sign, you audibly breathe out before handing the papers to Sungmin. He quickly goes through them and nods at you. Great. Your room is the one opposite of the bathroom. It's the one to the right of the kitchen. That should be it for now. Ah, right. The man in front of you feels around his pockets for a brief second before putting his hand in one and then taking something out. He fumbles with the item for a moment before finally getting a firm grip on it. He is definitely clumsy, to say the least. Here's the key. Just don't lose it. Yippee! Your hand seems to shake even more as Sungmin puts a simple metallic key into them. I won't. That would be greatly appreciated. Anyways, we will handle the payment later. I should get going. Right. Right. Lock the door after me? Why doesn't he lock? Whatever, that's fine. Ah, yes. Yes, of course, right. You try to shake off your stupor, you still can't believe you're officially not homeless anymore. Yay. Still somewhat stupefied, you follow Sungmin back to the entrance where he proceeds to put his shoes on. Shoes that look as scruffy as he is. And then stand straight in front of the door. As straight as his slouched back allows him to, anyway. Just make sure to lock it properly. And don't let strangers in. I'm not a kid. I at least know this much. Right. Well, I will see you in the evening. I'd be happy to have you for dinner. He likes us. With that, Sungmin leaves through the entrance door, nearly tripping over the welcome mat. Dude, he's so me. That's crazy. Ah, again, happens every time. God. So me. After Sungmin disappears down the hallway, you waste no time as you shut and lock the door. Such a simple motion, yet it feels so foreign to you. While on different levels, you are now also a resident of this apartment. You own a key! You can lock the door! You can sleep in your own room! So simple, yet so foreign. You squeeze the key that's already made home in your palm and can't help but let a nervous smile curl your lips. I did it. I really did. Still overcome with a mix of relief and excitement, you locate your room that, just like Sungmin said, is opposite of the bathroom. You walk through a simple door into a bedroom that appears to be just as simple. You're surprised to find that it's actually furnished, and a bed and desk included. At this point, you wouldn't mind sleeping on the floor, but seeing how the bed even has its own bed sheets, you almost tear up. Aww. If this is a dream, I will be so pissed. But it isn't, and you can hardly believe it. Well, guess I might as well unpack. The only good thing about being homeless is that besides the backpack, always glued to your shoulders, you have no other things. You take it off and start going through your carefully packed stuff. Unpacking time, okay. It's gonna be like a toothbrush? Oh, I have to pick where it goes. Cool. Obviously in the bedroom. Okay, I'm not gonna be dumb. I'll put him in the right place. Bathroom. What is that? A battery? Is that a power bank? Bedroom. A thermos? Kitchen? The world's driest shampoo. 100% less moisture. Bathroom? Oh, I have silverware. Okay. Anti-stink. Contains lead. Oh, thank God. Bathroom. Multi-gummies. I would hope there's more than one in there. Is that like my stuffed animal? I love him. What the fuck? Toothbrush goes in the kitchen. Obviously. I like to brush my teeth while I make breakfast. Do not resuscitate! Okay, bedroom. Is it gonna tell me how correct I was? No. Finally done with putting your things away, you turn towards your new bed and look at it with rising temptation. It's nap time. No longer able to resist, you let yourself fall onto the fresh bed sheets. So soft. And all yours. You rub your face against the pillow with a smile. It feels like luck you've accumulated throughout the year was all poured into this one day. Who knows? Maybe in the future you'll be able to rent an apartment of your own. Everything seems possible now. It really does. You don't notice how your eyelids start feeling heavier and heavier by the time you realize and open your eyes a few minutes have already passed. Luckily, though, you don't have a shift today. Might as well take a nap. Nap time. A really lucky day, huh? Left with no energy to even think, you let yourself fall into a deep slumber. I wake up and he just has a knife over me in my bed. When you open your eyes again, it's already dark outside. Feeling strangely satisfied and refreshed, you stretch and slowly sit up. God, I haven't slept this good in a long time. Oh shit! Right, Sungmin said that you'd sort out the rent payment in the evening. He even offered to have dinner together. Free food. Crap, this is not what's important right now. You feel a sense of anxiety build up in your throat as you check the time on your phone. 10:27 p.m. Crap. While you silently curse yourself for being so careless, you get off the bed and start unconsciously walking back and forth. I mean, if he really cared, he would have woken me up, right? What if he's not even home? Like, what if he just works really late? It's not like you locked your room or anything. Speaking of that, is he even home? You cautiously tiptoe towards the door and quietly put your ear against it, trying to see if you catch any sounds. Why don't we just walk out there? He's here! You can clearly make out some footstep sounds and moving noises coming from outside of your room. Great. Wonderful. You're not getting kicked out just yet. Maybe the dinner is still on the table too? Not wanting to wait any longer, you swing the door open and walk into the hallway. Surprisingly, the hallway looks really different when it's dark. Almost has a new feel to it. Very different from the plastic perfect filming you set witness. What? Almost as if it has a new feel to it. Very different from the plastic perfect filming set you've witnessed earlier. That noise freaked me out. You don't spend much time mulling over your perception of the hallway, though, as your attention is caught by the light coming from the kitchen. The sounds are coming from there, too. You don't have to be a Sherlock to deduce that Sungmin is there, so, not wasting any time, you walk towards the light. Wait. What? This can't be. If he's the queen of the kitchen, does that mean that he's baby girl? How did no one notice him doing this? Like, he lives in an apartment complex. He's not, like, in a house. What the hell? Oh, hey. Very calm about it all. This can't be that, right? Come on, you're not stupid. There has to be an explanation. Right? That's early Halloween decorations? Movie props. A hyper-realistic cake. Oh my god. It's like that show where you have to guess if it's cake or not. That's obviously a cake. Is that a hyper-realistic cake you're making? You know, like in those videos? Where everything is cake? I really hope that this being on the table doesn't mean that he's a foot guy. Cause like, I don't think I want to deal with a foot guy. These are all cakes, right? No, these are real human body parts. At least he's not lying to us, right? Like, this could be so much worse. I can excuse cannibalism, but I draw the line at foot fetishism. I guess we do have bigger problems at hand. I guess. Whatever. Oh, come on! You were supposed to agree with me! Oh. Sorry. He's so casual, dude. He's like, no. That is a bowl of guts. This is a disembodied foot. By the way, I'm in defeat. This is how he breaks it to us that he just really likes feet. This is just a weird looking pig. Yeah, it's long pig. You're right. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Shit. And you just started thinking you lucked out with this apartment. What is he? A serial murderer? I don't think it's a serial murderer if we only see one body. Like, if there were more over the course of time, I would start thinking it's a serial killer. But, like, if it's one, then he's just, like, a murderer. You know what I mean? Also, we don't even know if he killed this person. What if they died, and then he just happened to stumble upon the dead body, and now he's cutting it up? We don't know the specifics of how he acquired this human. A cannibal? A serial cannibal? No, wait, that's wrong. A cannibal cereal? Cereal like the breakfast food? Yeah. No, he's just cutting off fingers and toes and putting them into a bowl with milk and, like, eating it. If you're thinking about calling the police, I'd advise you against it. Honestly, if the rent is cheap and I don't get killed, I'm totally fine with having him as a roommate. Just keep his meat in a separate fridge. Yeah, he can have, like, a freezer, and then I'll use the regular fridge. It'll be totally fine. Like, I just won't take his containers of leftovers. You know what I mean? I'll cook my own food. But I will try it once out of curiosity. And then I guess if I like it or whatever, like, we'll eat it more. Of course you're calling the police. What do I look like, a snitch? Next thing you know, it'll be your leg that he has on that cutting board. Oh, we just got out of homelessness. You're not about to die to some cannibal, serial murderer in a pink apron now. You do understand that if I get arrested, you will no longer be able to stay here, right? Do you read thoughts too? I don't. How do you know I want to stay here anyways? Just so you know, Mr. Sungmin, I have a grandma I can stay with at any time. So we're a snitch and a liar? That's crazy. No, you don't, Miss Shelbu. Even if you do, you probably hate her enough to apply to a random, suspicious listing and sign the contract all in the same day. So you did it on purpose? Well, something like that. I'm not a snitch. We're not calling the cops. No, he's right. There's nowhere else you can go now, and your only choice would be a return to homelessness. It'd be silly to think the police would help with your situation, too. Man, what the hell? This... Are you gonna eat it? Yes. Oh, fair enough. It's too much meat, though, so I'm gonna store it for the future. I don't get such tender meat often. It would be a pity if it went to waste. Ugh. This wasn't the dinner he was talking about, was it? What are you supposed to do now? Do you really have to tolerate a cannibal living literally in the same apartment as you? To be fair, this is his apartment. We're the ones that moved in. But life on the streets. The feeling of your skin being so dirty that no matter how hard you scrub it, nothing makes you feel clean. The long nights spent dumpster diving through the pounds of discarded food just to be chased away by minimum wage employees that, in retrospect, are in no better situation than your own. You shudder at the memories. Listen. Yes? Shit. Whatever. Anything is better than going there at this point. If they catch you, don't involve me. And like, don't eat me. Deal. It might take me a while, and as you can see, it's really messy, so let's talk about your payment tomorrow. Can't get blood on those documents, they're very important. Yeah, I can see that. You've got a little something. Everywhere. Oh, oopsies. I didn't realize. Well, guess I'll have to come up with another explanation for the dry cleaners. Last time, they didn't fully believe my "it's just a pain" excuse. Why are suits such a pain? Why are you wearing a suit then? Dude, you could just do this naked. I don't mind. Right. Oh, well, you probably better go to sleep. I never got dinner though. I'm hungry. Wait, change first. I don't know why he's wearing a fucking suit. Like, yeah, does it look hot? Yes. Is it practical? No. No, it's not. Unless you want to watch. Oh my god, I do. Please give me the option. Please let me watch. No! What? Boring. No thanks. Well, see you tomorrow then. It's a date. Yeah. Good night, my new housemate. Stop it. Don't forget that I know where you sleep. I don't think he's a liar. He may be a murderer, but I don't think he's a liar. We literally live in the same apartment. Why wouldn't you? Just thought I should remind you. Right. I'm leaving now. I'm going this way, and you're going to stay here. Good night. You feel like you won't be able to sleep tonight. But surprisingly, you zonk out pretty quick. What? Okay. The next few days, you are still overcome with a faint sense of panic, afraid that Sung-min will eat you, or even worse, the police finds him and you will have to go back to the streets. But contrary to your fears, nothing really happens. In fact, after handling the first rent payment and enduring Sung-min's awkward attempts at thanking you, you don't even see him all that much. Regardless of how under-socialized he seems, he's fairly polite when you do encounter him. Sung-min seems to work pretty brutal hours at his office job. Your apartment is basically a ghost town half the time. You know, if I had a brutal office job, I would also go on a killing spree, so like, I get it. You wouldn't be surprised if there were literal ghosts haunting this place, considering all the bodies piling up around here. You're lucky that your shifts start early in the morning and end somewhere during the daytime or evening, unlike Sung-min's grueling schedule. At first, you thought that you'd at least cross paths with him in the afternoons, but as it turns out, he typically comes home rather late at night. It's unlikely that your housemate is getting his full 8 hours of beauty sleep. Dude, he has like the sleepiest eyes. Of course he's not getting 8 hours. What the fuck? 3 weeks pass by without you noticing, and still, you can count the amount of times you've crossed paths with Sung-min on one hand. Those few times that you did see him, you could feel his gaze linger on you. You're not sure what it is about, but even when he's not around, you can still feel his eyes lapping at your skin. Sometimes you wake up in the middle of the night to the sounds coming from the kitchen, which your imagination twists into the sickest imagery. But that aside, you really have nothing to complain about. Can't be more grateful to have a solid roof over your head and somewhere to return after work every day. Despite how absolutely worn out Sung-min appears to be, he is very mindful about the cleanliness of your common spaces. Surprisingly, even your funds start looking better now that you're able to take on more hours and leech off of Sung-min's Wi-Fi. You know, considering there's evidence everywhere when he butchers someone, I would hope that he's deep cleaning it. If he wasn't, I would be very concerned. Hell, you even start considering getting a second job. Everything seems almost too good to be true. Uh-oh. What the? A loud sound coming from somewhere within the apartment suddenly pulls you out of your deep slumber. Did something fall? Or even worse, someone? An image of Sungmin dragging a new corpse into the apartment suddenly pops in your head. Ugh. But what if something happened? You've spent a couple minutes sleepily contemplating if you'd rather the sound be a corpse about to be devoured by your landlord or the very same landlord collapsing on the floor. You know, honestly, I would probably sit in the kitchen and like talk to him while he was doing the thing. Like, I might as well get to know the person I'm living with, right? Ugh, whatever. If it's a corpse, I'll just pretend it's a hyper-realistic cake. Yeah. Cake. Yeah. As you step into the hallway, you quickly realize you weren't worried for no reason. Your housemate is on the floor, looking as if he had collapsed a few minutes prior, and you guess that's what probably happened too. You waste no time and quickly walk up to him. Hey. Hello. Hey! Ugh, no need to yell. Sure, he might be living in this nice apartment, and you would lie if you said you didn't feel a twinge of jealousy, but what even is the point of having it if you just come here to sleep? This newfound sense of camaraderie fills you with enough sympathy to want to help the man in front of you. Alright, come on, I'll give you a hand. Huh? You know, a hand, just don't bite it, okay? Or do. It's fine too. I know you're hungry and all, but I am not the food. Not in that way. You can eat me, but like in a different way, man. I remember that. You stretch out your hand towards a collapsed Sungmin as he dumbfoundedly looks back at you. Finally, he grabs it and heavily gets up. You're looking rough. There we go. Okay, you go shower. I'll make something for you in the meantime. That is... might not include people meat. What? Are you sure? Yes, I am. For once. But... you seriously better go before you stink up the place or I change my mind. Alright, okay. Before he can say anything else, Sungmin clings to the wall for support as he walks away, vanishing into the bathroom. Well, that's that. Time to cook now, I suppose. For a second, you wonder if you should put Sungmin's Queen of the Kitchen apron on, but quickly decide against it. Aw, man, but that would have been fun! That thing has probably seen more blood than your blood vessels have in your entire lifetime. You immediately start checking the drawers and cupboards in search for ingredients. You and Sungmin have really divided the kitchen space, but since you don't have a lot of things anyway, you took the liberty of picking up an empty one and stored most of your things in there. As you go through the cupboards, you quickly realize that apart from condiments and instant ramen, there's nothing of nutritional value. In fact, most cupboards designated for food are just filled to the brim with nothing but cup ramen. What the? You already felt bad for him, but now you feel really bad for him. You feel so bad, in fact, that you check your own cupboard to see if you can make anything with your stuff instead. Unfortunately, it just happens to be the day that you ran out of almost everything. And besides a small handful of oatmeal staring back at you from the bottom of a jar, there's nothing you could turn into a sustainable meal. Defeated, you turn to the cup ramen, horde raining on the shelves. Cup ramen it is, I guess. You pick up a random pork flavor package and start cooking. Oh my god. Is it like Cookie Mama? Oh. Okay. Yay. Ramen. All done, I suppose. You try and squeeze out a smile as a sign of your pride of in your work, but no amount of grinning can make this sad excuse for a meal any better. I just put like an egg in it. All of a sudden, an idea pops in your head. An idea that's so foreign to your morals that you wonder if you've started going insane cooking that cup ramen. I mean, he's a cannibal, so... What if you made some human meat for him to go together with the ramen? You don't even have to look in the freezer to know that he has containers full of human meat down there. If anything, you're grateful that he at least doesn't store it in the fridge. In fact, he doesn't store anything in the fridge at all. His side is always empty, and your side has the occasional milk and some eggs in there. Don't tell me he's just been surviving off instant ramen and human meat. Well, it's not really time to contemplate about Sungmin's dietary choices at the moment. He will probably be out of the shower soon. You have to decide. Of course we're gonna cook the human meat. What? Why is that even a... why is that even a question? Well, he is a cannibal. It would only be natural to cook some human meat for him, right? You swallow as you open the freezer, cold air pouring out as if it's some sort of evil premonition. It's just chicken, or pork, or fish? Yeah, hopefully he's not eating the human meat raw, because God forbid he catches some illness that way. Hopefully it's properly cooked human meat. You try to convince yourself that what you will be cooking is anything but human meat as you reach for one of the freezer compartments. When you finally find enough courage to open it, surprisingly, it turns out to be nearly empty. There's just one lonely container lying at the bottom. Honestly, it's not anything like you expected it to be. Not gouged out eyes, no jars of human teeth, nothing grotesque, just one small container. But for some reason, just the sight of it calms you down enough for you to simply pick up the little plastic box and shut the freezer without a second thought. You then absent-mindedly take out a pan and start the typical process of frying meat. Heat up the pan, pour some oil. By the time you're supposed to put the meat in the pan, you're relaxed enough that you can easily do it. Thankfully, Sungmin has already pre-cut it into thin slices, leaving you the easy part of the job. After a couple minutes of spacing out in front of the stove, a familiar smell brings you back to reality. Pork. It smells just like pork. Did you really manage to convince yourself that is pork after all? What in the... Hey. Look at his shirt! Yes, I am pregnant. No, you can't touch my belly. Where did he get that from? What the? What is this t-shirt choice? Sungmin. Yes? Are you pregnant? No. Have you ever been pregnant? No. Have you ever impregnated someone? No, I haven't. You want to change that? What's with these questions? Never mind. Anyways. Something smells really good. Ah, yes. I couldn't find anything, so I made some cup ramen. And I'm frying some human meat. Sungmin raises his eyebrows for a second before he takes a step towards you. He gets so close that you can practically feel his breath on your face. So close, in fact, that you catch a whiff of artificial peach wafting from his pale skin. Peach? Sungmin! Does your soap smell like peach? Okay. Alright. Instinctively, you take a step back. No, I should be stepping forward. Get into it. Is he not happy? You're burning it. Dude, he's got sharp canines. He's like a little vampire. Oh. Oh, wait, you're right. Can you fetch my glasses from the bathroom, please? I'll take over the cooking. Ah, yes, sure. Appreciate it. You quickly make your way to the hallway. In a way, it almost feels like a dream. Or a nightmare? Regardless, you're just happy that you're not the one frying in that pan. Sighing, you step into the bathroom. Searching time! I like these mini games. These are pretty fun. He has heart boxers! That's so cute! A tooth? Wait a minute. What? Wait. Oh, how do I fit these together? There has to be a way to do this, right? Move. Move! I'm busy! Get these fucking teeth out of here! Do I have all the papers? I think I have all the papers. This one... Get the fucking comb out of there. I see the glasses, but... whatever. Some of these stains don't match up right. Well... ta-da! When you successfully get Sungmin's glasses and return to the kitchen, you find him already sitting at the bar table, food ready in front of him. You hand Sungmin the glasses, his bony fingers brushing against yours as he takes them. Ah, thank you. The man gratefully nods at you a bit hesitantly, grab a stool, and sit on the opposite of him. Are we gonna watch him eat? He's so cute. You assume that Sungmin will start talking first, but unsurprisingly, he continues eating, completely ignoring your presence. Seems like you have to be the one to start the conversation. What does it taste like? Why do you need a housemate? Why do you eat people? Why'd you collapse earlier? Oh boy. What does it taste like? So what does it taste like? It's good. No, that's not what I meant. The human meat, what does it taste like? I can share. No! We suck. No, thanks, I just wanted to know. Well, I guess it's very similar to pork? Ah, right, I thought it smelled like pork earlier. Well, it's a bit richer in taste, though. Depending on a human. Ugh. Did it really have to remind you that you're talking about human meat? Though it's really your fault for asking. You spend the next few moments in silence as Sungmin finishes his food, and you, absorbed in your own little world, stare out the window at the city, drowning in darkness. The whole situation seems funny to you. Just a few weeks ago, you had nowhere to go and had to look for a place to spend the night at every single day. But now you're here, sitting in this clean, cozy kitchen, with a cannibal eating human meat by your side. Human meat that you have prepared for him. Nevertheless, you can't help but admit that you'd much rather prefer this bloodthirsty cannibal's company to your homeless life. What a cursed world we live in, huh? Hey. Huh? Thanks for the meal. Yes, of course. You know, it's been a long time since someone made me a meal. Probably because the whole human meat thing, if I had to make a guess. Instead of me making a meal out of them. Oh! It's because you kill them. Okay, never mind. Is that his attempted humor? It's kind of funny though. I can't remember the last time I had company over. Being a cog in a capitalist machine does that to you though. Kills your social life. Sometimes I think the dead enjoy my company more than the living do. What I'm trying to say is thank you for spending time with me. Well, I probably need to head to bed after doing the dishes. While there's still time to sleep. You should probably do the same though. Sorry for waking you up. How did you... You already have that puffing morning face. But why'd you have to say it? Well, at least he's honest. Like I said, he may be a cannibal and a murderer, but he doesn't lie! That's all you can ask for. But he's also right. You almost started falling back asleep while sitting with him there. And you'd rather upkeep your sleeping schedule if you want to get a second job. That wasn't an insult, by the way. It's kind of cute, actually. Is he saying he wants to wake up next to me? That's all I'm hearing. Did his stomach just rumble? You should probably get out of here before he asks for seconds. Well, I'll leave you to it then. Good night, Sungmin. Good night. Sweet dreams. I think he likes us. With that, you go to your room and quickly find yourself falling asleep in the warm embrace of your bed. The next day, you can't help but mentally go back to your encounter with Sungmin. You feel that he is charming. You can't lie, there's something about him. Something that strangely attracts you, despite him being a cannibal and a murderer. But not a liar. The fact almost makes you feel ashamed. You don't let it fully get to you, though, as your gratitude for the housing opportunity is far bigger than your sense of shame. The previous night only ignited your morbid attraction toward him even more, too. You wonder why. You spend the whole day thinking about him and don't notice how quickly it passes. In the end, you go to bed completely exhausted after another day of hard work. Seriously? Again? It hasn't even been a full day, for God's sake. This time, you don't even waste time sitting around and immediately get up and swing your door open as you step into the hallway. You stop in your tracks almost momentarily. The hallway turns out to be empty. And there are sounds of water coming from the bathroom. Sungmin is probably showering in there. We should walk in there and see. You know, to be sure that it's Sungmin and not an intruder, of course. Then what was that noise? Surely you're not going insane yet, are you? You hesitantly start walking before you notice something around the corner that was not there before. Something red. Ah, it's just a corpse. Wait, a corpse? Seems like you somehow jinxed it yesterday. Based on the amount of meat in the freezer, or rather lack thereof, you guess that Sungmin has probably decided to restock. Jeez, this one looks really rough. Why would he need to tie it up, though? Please! What the? Alright, okay. Seems like the corpse is not so dead. Future corpse. Please spare me. I haven't done anything. Right. What are you supposed to do now? A terrified woman stares at you with a desperate plea in her eyes, her arms and legs both tied with thick layers of rope. Definitely not something you expected or were ready to deal with when you were leaving your room. You mentally curse at Sungmin. You're not gonna hurt me, are you? No. I'm not with that guy. Oh, he should be, though. Jesus, this woman looks petrified. Well, no wonder. She's practically head to toe covered in blood. But this is really awkward. She's just a poor, innocent woman with an insane lack of luck, and you know her fate better than anyone. But do you really have a right to intervene? Please, will you help me? Instead of responding, you just rub the back of your neck, feeling conflicted about what to do. At the sight of that, the woman's face sinks in growing hopelessness. What's your name? Why would I tell you my name? That's already giving you too much information. You know where I live. We're gonna have to kill her, by the way. If there's an option, she's gonna have to die. Why did I tell her my name? What? Dude, what? She can't leave, she knows. Why would I tell her my name? Even if I was gonna let her go, then she knows my name. What is she, a fucking fae? I'm Alicia. Future corpse. I'd say nice to meet you, but this probably not the best time for that, huh? Yeah. God, he's so scary. And hot. Now you know her name, yeah. Now I know what to label the bag once we cut her up and put her in the freezer. Alicia. And then the date. I was just walking down the alley from work and he jumped out of nowhere. I mean, look at all this blood. He did all of this to me. God, I don't even know what's gonna happen to me. What did I do to deserve this? He's keeping you prisoner here, isn't he? Well, you wouldn't exactly call it that. I would say the system is keeping me prisoner by making me pay for housing, and this is just a side effect of that. Come on, two people are stronger than one. I'm sure that if we act together, we can easily overpower him. No, dude, you don't understand. I have a really good rent. Like, it's really nice. You don't understand, Alicia. I promise that no harm will come your way. I might not look it, but I'm quite agile, you know? Well, you really don't want to risk being the one getting eaten instead. Oh, come on! Don't you see that I'm scared? Oh, yes, you can. Please! I really don't want to die. No, I'm good. You're on your own. Instead of fear, Alicia's face contorts with rage at your refusal. How dare you! That's big talk for someone that's tied up right now. In an apartment with a serial murderer and cannibal who is probably really hungry after his long day at work. I'm just saying, big fucking talk right now. She was waiting in the alley and attacked him for his Embrick shirt! How dare you refuse me? Do you even know who I am? You're Alicia. Alicia in the red suit. You insignificant, stupid... You know what? I don't feel as bad killing her now. She's kind of mean. Like, I'm just saying, my cannibal serial killer roommate has never called me insignificant or stupid. But now this random lady does. Who am I gonna side with? Her yelling seems to attract attention because a freshly showered Sung-min creeps out from the bathroom. Please tell me he's still naked. Slowly, he slinks up behind Alicia as he reaches out for the light switch. We have a cat? Nice. Sung-min stands victorious over Alicia's now battered corpse. Though you doubt she had any chance in the first place, being tied up and all. His shirt. It says human by chance. Can I get him to take off that apron? Like, I want to read the rest of it. There's like a little itty bitty thing right here, and it makes me think that it's like one of those moon memes, you know, where they have the moon and then the three pictures like howling at the moon like those wolves. This made me hungry. Good thing I brought home takeout. He has terrible one-liners. He is my type. He is my type. At first, his remark confuses you until you glance down towards Alicia. That's definitely one way to call her corpse. Hey. You nervously look up at him. He doesn't want to make you into a home-cooked meal now, does he? What you made yesterday was decent. And your company was quite energizing. So I was thinking, yes, I will marry you. Maybe we could cook together? Oh my god, is this a date? We could share it too. Well, that's definitely out of character. On one hand, you feel too afraid to agree. On the other hand, you feel too afraid to say no. See, considering how cute he is, this is the definition of scare-roused. But hey, who knows? Maybe it would be a good bonding opportunity. And no more killings will happen. Yes. They will. Right. We're gonna help him cook. Well, it's not like Alicia was your friend or something. You have no qualms about helping Sung-min cook her. At this point, you've already done far worse than cooking a person. Plus, being on good terms with Sung-min, who is very much alive, compared to Alicia, seems way more important now. Sure, sounds delightful. I'm kind of a professional chef, though, so stand back. Well, you're definitely not bad. Though, you should get more practice cooking meat of the human variety. Seems like your chance to do so. That's the spirit! Let's go! Sung-min takes off his bloody apron after carrying Alicia into the kitchen. It doesn't help him look any less scary, though, as his exposed skin is practically drenched in her blood. Human by chance, alpha by choice! And it's the goddamn moon! I want to raid his closet so bad! Okay, boss, what are we cooking? Well, I was thinking of making curry. Oh, so you can make something besides instant ramen. I actually enjoy cooking quite a bit. It's a hobby of sorts. If I didn't have to work this much, I'd probably spend more time indulging in that hobby. Wait, wouldn't that mean you would kill more people? Without beating around the bush, Sung-min promptly puts you to work at the cutting board. Meanwhile, he starts cooking rice and cleaning the remains of Alicia off himself. You know, he did kill her right after he showered, so he got clean just to get bloody again. That sucks. Well, time to get shopping. Ooh, yay. Oh, what? Am I doing it? I'm beating up a carrot! Oh. Do I get to beat up an onion? Why does it have to cry? Why is my onion crying? Oh my god! That's the character from Online Obsession! That's so cute! Aw, I really like that. I just forget that this is Alicia's forearm. It's not important. The tattoo, though, that's important. Strawberry paws, yes! Fucking ow! Dude, the tattoo's crying. The tattoo is crying. Make it stop. Once you're both done with cooking, Sungmin takes out a second plate and looks at you questioningly. Seems like your landlord is inviting you to join him for a meal. A cannibal meal. Of course we're gonna eat with him. Well, you've already helped him cook the human meat, might as well try the fruits of your labor. You nod at Sungmin as he fills your plate with freshly made curry. Human curry. Yay. You look down towards the fresh bowl of curry. A warm aroma from the piping dish is alluring. It has a deliciously spiced scent that dances around the kitchen, lingering delicately in the air. Various seasonings in the dish create a romantic, hot and heavy, yet sweet, mouth-watering fragrance that you can practically taste. The human meat you cooked really adds some pizzazz to the whole thing. Right, you nearly forgot that this curry is topped off with a nice serving of Alicia. You feel a little guilty that she smells so good. Do I, though? You both take the same seat as yesterday, and you can't help but feel a sense of deja vu. Like, look how cute he is! He's just a scraggly, sleepy guy. Well, partially because you did do the exact same thing as the day before. This seems like a good opportunity to get to know Sungmin a little better, though. Why did you pick Alicia specifically? How do you even have the energy for this? What's your, you know, backstory? What's up with your wardrobe? And how do I get you out of it? You know what? Let's ask him his backstory. What kind of question even is that? You know, tell me how you got to this point. About your life. Well, all started when I was born in a town where I grew up to two loving parents. Then I went to school and graduated. That's it? What'd you expect? True. What did you expect? Come on, there's gotta be more to it than just that. Well, if you really want to know so badly. I did grow up with two loving parents in a town, but our family was poor, so we could barely keep our heads above the water. My parents immigrated here from South Korea. They were sold the idea of moving to America would guarantee a better life for them. And for me. Even though we were poor, we still somehow managed to survive, even as my parents struggled to provide human meat for me. Oh, so he learned this from his parents. He's just always been a cannibal. Okay. All until my mom got breast cancer. Our insurance refused to pay for it, so my dad had to take out a bunch of loans to cover her medical fees. In the end, it turned into an endless cycle of debt. And you know, my parents always told me, eat the rich. So I guess I took it quite literally. Oh my god. That's why he went for Alicia. I was already a cannibal anyways. God, I love him even more! It just refined my tastes. Holy shit. I am so sorry for your loss. I didn't know. Oh. No, my parents are fine. My mom eventually won her battle with cancer, and now they live in the countryside back in South Korea. There's still some debt remaining though, so I send them money to help every month. So he isn't just working hard for himself, but for his parents too. Sometimes those rich pricks I eat have money on them, so some months mom and dad get some extra. It's weird that there's something moralistic and something so amoral. Well, I'm glad your parents are alright at least. It's like a Santa Clarita diet, you know? Me too. As the conversation slows into a comfortable silence, Sungmin begins to eat. Staring down at your bowl, you find yourself hesitating. Are you guilty, ashamed, mortified at the choices you've made to get yourself to this point? No. You should be. You know, logically, you should feel all those things, but fuck, you really made a killer curry. Get it? Killer curry. Before you know it, a spoonful of steaming curry is already in your mouth. Mix of carrot, onion, and meat is devilishly delicious. Your brow twitches. Shouldn't you be disgusted by this? Wouldn't a normal, regular person be disgusted by this? Maybe you're not regular. Maybe there are two sides of you fighting for dominance. I have two wolves in me. One of them is a vegetarian and one of them is a cannibal. A devil and an angel. Or was it angler? Like the fish? Antler? Doesn't matter. The food is kicking and you're the pro chef behind it. Not only do you enjoy this meal, but Sungmin seems to be enjoying it too. You think. His neutral expression makes it difficult to read him. You count this as a win anyway. You know, it's my first time sharing this experience with someone else. I've never met anyone who heard me out after learning that I'm a cannibal. You're the first. How romantic. Somehow, you are not surprised. After all, it's not like there's some kind of cannibal cafe for him to mingle at. Right? You can't help but feel kind of bad for the man in front of you. Being a cannibal is bound to be lonely, huh? Not to mention that he doesn't really seem like Sungmin has a lot of time to make friends otherwise. People are typically quick to judge me even if they don't really know anything about me. They form their impression of me without even getting to know me first. I feel like at some point I stopped trying. Stop trying to care what people think about me. What's the point if it's bound to end in the same way anyways, right? But I care about what you think. I think your presence is really changing me. I'm really bad with words, but I appreciate you for trying to get to know me. It means a lot to me. And you mean... Did you just fall asleep? You end up doing the dishes before attempting to lift Sungmin up to take him to bed. You quickly regret your decision though, as he turns out to be heavier than he looks. A real dead weight, huh? In the end, you have to spend a few minutes trying to shake him awake before he finally sleepily opens his eyes. Help Sungmin get up and make sure he stays up as you assist in getting him to his bedroom. You even lead him all the way to the bed and carefully tuck him in, afraid that the man will collapse inches away from it. Sungmin's bedroom is kind of a pigsty, to put it nicely. Surprising considering the state of the rest of the apartment. The shared spaces are always very tidy. You have no clue where he gets the energy to keep them clean, but you're thankful for it. It must be really taxing for him. This poor guy, dude, he's just overworked. Stepping over his unironed clothes strewn about the floor, you successfully guide Sungmin to his unmade bed. Exhausted, he collapses against the sheets. You don't even get to say goodnight before the sounds of his soft snoring fills the room. With the job well done, you retire to your own bedroom for the night. What? Aw, man, I feel like I just got. You'd say the dinner goes pretty well. So well, in fact, that the two of you go on many more dinners together, spanning over weeks, then months, then a year. Surprisingly, Sungmin turns out to be rather soft for a bloodthirsty cannibal. Before you know it, your relationship with them naturally progresses into something more romantic. The two of you officially become partners. You really let Sungmin cook, and perhaps that's what sets you on his path. On this path. This path towards destiny. Towards the day that Sungmin proposes to you. You don't expect it, the abrupt nature of it all, when he slips the ring off of your dinner's finger and gets down on his knees. Does that count as grave robbing? The ring isn't your size, but you could always get it adjusted later. Finally, all of your simping pays off. What? This fucking game just called me a simp? Come on, man. Whatever. Of course you accept. Your wedding takes place at the most classy location anyone dating a cannibal would choose. The butcher counter at the local supermarket. All the meat and knives the eyes can see. Naturally, it's a breathtaking ceremony. Even the shoppers can't help but stop and stare in wonder. Or rather, in fear? No, they're probably just jealous of your supermarket wedding. Hand in hand with Sungmin, the two of you will have a very grotesque, disgusting, and gory future. Exactly the way you hope it'll be. Sungmin has successfully rizzed you. I need them to stop. I wonder if you picked the ring out yourself. Could you imagine? Me and him went out people watching, and I saw someone walk by with a really nice ring, and I was like, ooh, babe, can you get that one? And then we took them home and stole their ring after we killed them. Or was it you who rizzed him? Who cares? Congratulations on your marriage. Oh, you got the ending, my homemate. And you didn't even fall off of a cliff. Was that an option? That's cute. Look, he's still so sleepy. Oh, that's a meat cake. That's meat. Well, hopefully our wedding guests are either cannibals or didn't get cake. Because, oh boy, that's going to be a weird one to explain. Yep, meat cake. What is this, mouthwashing? See, like, I want to get the rest of the endings, so I'm kind of thinking of doing the rest of the endings, like, tomorrow. Was it this one? This is where he's wearing that fucking pregnant shirt. Hold on, I'm just gonna skip it. For this, we're actually gonna choose dull. To be completely honest, there's nothing about him that interests you. In fact, he's so boring that you can hardly even form a solid image of him in your head. The fact that he's a cannibal is probably the most interesting trait about him, and that says a lot. I mean, that's kind of like a big deal. It's not like his favorite color is green or something. Like, if you told me, oh yeah, the most interesting thing about him is that his favorite color is green, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's kind of boring. But if you said, the most interesting thing about him that he's a cannibal, I'd be like, oh no, I'm interested. Like, what do you mean? Still, you can't help but feel grateful. I think that's a typo. Can't help but feel grateful for the housing opportunity. If it wasn't for Sungmin, however dull and uninteresting he is, you would have not been here in the first place. Why are we being so mean? But otherwise, nothing else ties you down to this apartment, and you were already planning on how to leave it in the future. You spend the whole day fantasizing about moving out and don't notice how quickly it passes. In the end, you go to bed completely exhausted after another day of hard work. Damn, we're just grilling this guy while he's grilling other guys. You know what? We're gonna pick save her. No, you can't just leave this poor woman to die. You might be bad enough to live with a cannibal, but you still have enough integrity to not watch someone get killed right in front of your eyes. Okay, alright, yeah, I'm gonna help you escape. Really? Oh, thank you! Of course. I don't know how I can ever repay you, you're my hero. You probably shouldn't tell her that you are considering doing the opposite just a moment ago. Okay, just wait here. I'll go fetch a knife to free you, alright? I'm gonna come back, she's gonna be dead or something. So something bad is gonna happen. Okay. Just please hurry. Right, it would be really bad if Sungmin caught you trying to help her escape. If he doesn't see anything, maybe you can come up with a lie and say that she just escaped on her own or acts clueless. Surely he won't do anything to you, right? It's gonna kill me. But you'll think about it later. It's time to act. You quickly make sure that there are still sounds of water coming from the bathroom and quietly sneak into the kitchen. Oh, more searching. Look! It's Strawberry Paws again! Did someone eat the silica packet? Oh my god. You know what? This just looks like a splotch. Give me the knife. It looks like a Rorschach test. I'll just take the knife. When you finally show up in the hallway with a knife in your hand, Alicia looks at you with almost an elated expression on her face. You did it! Yeah, sorry, it took me a while to actually find it. The kitchen drawers are kind of a mess. It doesn't matter! Quick, cut the ropes! Alright. You carefully start cutting the ropes on Alicia's arms, trying very hard not to accidentally damage her clothes. Or her arms. Clothes that look way out of your budget. Although you're not sure if it can be used anymore, the amount of blood on them is probably not something you can easily wash off. Imagine taking that to the dry cleaner. Once you finally cut the last knot, the ropes start slowly falling off. Hey, what are you doing? Oh. What the hell? I guess I should thank Rodrigo for gifting me this stupid knife. Oh my god, she had one? What the hell? What? You were supposed to escape, not kill him. Oh, well, he's not dead yet. That's not the point. I'm sure there's absolutely nothing we could do anymore, and we totally can save him even though he's still alive. Well, what did you expect? I wasn't gonna keep someone who saw me kill those stupid fucks alive. Wait, did she kill someone before? Was Sungmin the good guy? Oh my god. Saw you what now? Do I have to repeat myself specifically for you? Or what? Did you really think all this blood was mine? You did. That's the point here. You basically just killed my landlord. Where am I supposed to go now? Oh, please, like it even matters. You already look like you're homeless anyways. I miss when we were eating the rich. Wow. Ouch. That was uncalled for. Ugh, I don't even know why I have to explain this. Look, girl, I'm a busy woman, and you've already managed to tire me out with your empty blabbering. Let's just end this already. Suddenly, Alicia launches towards you, and you, completely not expecting it, fall to the ground. Oh, wait, that's kind of hot, though. When you come to your senses, you're tackled to the ground by Alicia on top of you, one of her hands gently yet firmly squeezing your throat. Oh no, it's just getting hotter. Crap. Hey! It's your turn now. What? You didn't expect me to keep a witness alive, did you? You did, actually. Your time has come now, little lamb. Please don't talk like a cartoon villain, at least. Ugh. And I told Rodrigo that monologuing is not my style. Anyways, die. Wait. What now? You aren't planning on being the one monologuing now, do you? Because I don't have time for this. Crap, there should be some way to convince her to let you live. God will punish you? Actually, I'm blind. That's a cool knife you got there. I'll do anything you want. If I had to guess how, like, what would make her respond a good way, it would probably be that one, because she's rich and crazy. Anything you ask of me. Anything. Aw, anything. That's a shame. Maybe in another life I would have kept you as my little lapdog. You know, that would have been quite fitting for a cute little thing like you. Oh my god, she thinks I'm cute. But, well, since you're eager to do anything for me... Die. Aw, what? I still died? You feel the blade of a sharp knife painfully slide across your throat. Seems like Alicia goes straight for the vital organ this time, huh? Few hectic moments of being overwhelmed with pain later, you finally start losing your grip on your own consciousness. This is really not what you expected your life to turn out like. It just started looking up for you, and now you're dying, with a probably already dead cannibal by your side. Well, at least you're not alone. If you were still back on the streets, probably would be. That thought brings a weird sense of gratitude and peace in your last moments. At least you're not homeless. You know, I missed the last ending where we killed her. Okay, we're gonna choose do not cook human meat. No, cup ramen should be enough and your morals aren't that low. Yet. You set everything on the bar and patiently wait for Sungmin. It doesn't take that long for him to finally appear in the kitchen doorway, his hair wet from showering. Hey. Huh? Instead of answering, Sungmin takes a step towards you. Instinctively, you take a step back. Hey, don't start ominously walking towards me without saying anything now. Oh, sorry. All of a sudden, he pushes you down. Oh, is that better? I mean, yeah. What the fuck? God damn. All because I didn't cook him human meat, he got all hot? What is going on? No, it's times worse now. Damn, we are such a coward. Well, nothing we can do about it now. He wasn't talking about this when he said something smelled good, was he? Sungmin. Yeah. What did you say smelled good? You. You smell delicious right now. Why, thank you. I've been using a new body spray. Wait, no! You're not gonna eat me, are you? Sorry. That's just how it is. We made a deal! He never said he wasn't gonna eat me. Ah, yes. I guess I'm terminating our agreement then. You can't just do that! Babes, he's a landlord. You can do whatever he wants. I'm already doing it. Fair enough. But hey, wouldn't that be bad for your serial killer, cannibal, serial murderer reputation? I have no reputation. I literally kill and eat people. Oh, come on, there's gotta be something. Come on, shall we think? I'm not human. Huh? I'm You're double? Alien. An animal in a human suit. Yeah, I'm just 3 Pomeranians in a trench coat. I'm an alien. That's right. I'm an alien. Ooh, I'm not from this planet. I guess I'll be the first one to learn what alien tastes like then. Shit, is there really no getting out of this? Come on, Sungmin. Sorry, Shelbu. You were a good housemate, but I'm just so hungry. And you smell so good. Can't help myself. I've been trying to hold myself back since the day you moved in. I'm just too tired to restrain my urges anymore. But hey, silver linings. I'm sure there are plenty of other people in need of cheap housing. I mean, you're right, but that doesn't sound exactly comforting right now. Don't worry. I'll make sure to use every part of you. That's... Ooh. Before you continue, you feel a sharp pain in your throat. Next thing you know, awful pain overwhelms you. You attempt to scream, but can't. Sungmin is probably already managed to tear out your vocal cords. Damn, he's quick. Your world slowly fades into the darkness as you enter a state of pain shock. Is this what you get for... Is this what you get as thanks for making cup ramen? Damn. My cooked housemate. I became a stew? Oh, yay. I'm a nice little treat. Hooray. That's a cool knife you got there. For a moment, Alicia just stares at you. Ugh, this old thing? Rodrigo gave it to me because he thinks I like a pink character from a video game for toddlers. Is she talking about Strawberry Paws? But just because I like a pink video game character does not automatically mean that pink is my favorite color. I mean, I don't like. God, I wish people wouldn't just assume things about me based on my interests. Not that I'm interested in it or anything. Pink is such a stupid color anyway. Who would even like it? And just because I get the knife doesn't mean that I like or appreciate it or anything. Uh-huh. I hear you. Pop off, queen. You know what? I was totally gonna gut you and everything like 2 seconds ago, but you listening to me like this is kind of sweet. I could really do with having more people around me who actually listen. Alicia appears to pause in thought for a moment. Then, she smiles. Aw, what the heck? I could really use a little lap dog. Plus, you're cute, so that helps. Yeah, okay. I'm keeping you. Let me call the boys to pick us up and we'll go home, girl. Aw, shit. Before the two of you leave together, Alicia takes a moment to call someone on her pink flip phone, still sat on top of you. Meanwhile, Sungmin's body lies lifeless next to you. His eyes do not move behind their lids. His blood seeps into every crevice of the cold floor beneath him, the last remnants of the warmth slowly fading away with each drop of blood that escapes his pale skin. F. Rest in peace, Sungmin. Eventually, you're whisked away by Alicia, spirited away into her life of criminal activities. You learn she's the head of a rather scary-looking organization. You're not entirely sure what she does, but the amount of blood, firearms, and money you see every day are all a good sign that you're better off not knowing. You're given a softer life, however, kept by Alicia as some kind of human pet. You become accustomed to Alicia referring to you as a good girl. Okay. In fact, you can't even get her to call you by your actual name anymore. You're not even sure you remember it yourself. What was it again? Each night you go to sleep in a newspaper-padded crate on the floor beside Alicia's queen-sized bed. But hey, at least you'll never be homeless again. Unless something happens to your new owner. I live in a box? Good dog. Adopted into a new home. What? Okay. Damn. Woof woof, I guess. Don't help him cook. Moments ago, you were looking into Alicia's eyes, hearing her voice, watching her breathe. Just the thought of helping Sungmin cook her is enough to turn your stomach. You can't do this, even if that means you have to face consequences. Nah, fam. I'm good. You go ahead, though. Are you sure? Yep, pretty sure. Alright. Good night, then? Ah, right. Good night. You slowly retreat to your bedroom, deciding to retire for the night. Not wanting to watch Sungmin enjoy dinner. Before you know it, sleep overtakes you. Living with a cannibal turns out to be too much to bear, despite your desperate situation. You, however, are resourceful. You take a few months to find a second job, saving up as much money as possible to move to someplace normal. It takes you a year, but you finally do it. You think this apartment will be normal. The price is average for your area and comes with standard cockroach infestation. Oh, yay! It even has a classic landlord special, with all the handles on the cupboards painted white until one day, the music begins. Above you lives a pianist, and each night their music coming from above rattles you to your core, creeps through your ceiling, into your mind, into your soul. Every day you find yourself slipping deeper and deeper into insanity's grasp. When did you last sleep again? A day ago? No, 3 days ago? You can't remember. Your work performance begins to slip. You're not sure how much longer you can take this. Compared to this, hell, Sungmin wasn't so bad. Maybe we can get Sungmin to kill him. My ex-housemate. Was it really worth it? No. No, it wasn't. Horrible. I feel that he is horrible. Even despite the fact that you feel grateful towards him for renting out a room with you for so cheap, you still have enough decency to understand that what he's doing is atrocious. You're still terrified that one day he will come for you, but all you can do now is work more and save more money in hopes of moving out one day. That's your only way out for now. You spend the whole day thinking about your plans to move out and don't realize how quickly it passes. In the end, you go to bed completely exhausted after another day of hard work. Eat with him. You didn't expect it, the abrupt nature of it all, when he slips the ring off of your dinner's finger and gets down on his knees. The ring isn't your size, but you know you could always get it adjusted later. What, does he think you're a simp or something? Living with and dating a cannibal is one thing, but dedicating your whole life with him is another. Who marries their landlord anyways? You tell him, hell no. Yet you continue living with him, successfully escaping the iron grip of homelessness with a friend? Buddy? Bro? By your side. You're in far too deep now. If the police ever come for Sungmin, you know they'd arrest you too, but you don't really mind that risk. You're in this together now. Together forever. Landlord and tenant. Yin and yang. Partners in crime. Platonically, of course. Damn, we got the friend ending! My Homemate, version 2. You're a yin to his yang. Okay. I really did get the friend ending. Capitalism isn't that bad, you know. Actually, capitalism isn't that bad. Our society wouldn't function without it. Anyone can make it in this world if they try hard enough. Like I did. I'm here now. I'm not out sleeping on a park bench anymore because I pulled myself up by the bootstraps and actually worked hard to get here. Damn, I'm really licking them boots clean, huh? Homeless people still out there on the streets just have to do the same. He's gonna kill me now. It's just how the system has to work. Sungmin's brow twitches, a red flag against his otherwise stoic face. You've really done it now. Is that so? He calmly stands, straightening out the wrinkles in his t-shirt, collects his plate of curry, obviously done with this interaction. Regardless, you continue. I'm just saying, anyone can make it if they try hard enough. I'm just like digging my hole even deeper. Holy crap. And nobody has an inherent advantage over others. Deserved. You feel harsh waves of pain overwhelm you as you see Sungmin's plate launch into your head. The next moment, the world goes dark and you lose your grip on your consciousness. That was so deserved. Oh my god. He has me tied to a chair! As your vision adjusts, you realize that you're still in the kitchen. You go to stand, finding yourself unable to do so. Your feet. He cut off my legs. What is this, The Walking Dead? You realize you can't feel them anymore. Not only are you unable to feel them, but looking down, you notice that they're completely missing, along with your lower legs. For some reason, you're calm. Your body feels fuzzy and warm. The world around you doesn't feel threatening at all, despite your current state. Warm. You go to wipe your face with your hands, feeling yourself unable. The binds that hold your wrist to the chair that are currently glued to pull against your skin as you do so, yet it doesn't hurt. This feels like a dream caked in mist. Suddenly, your housemate appears in the corner of your vision. He's in his work suit. How long were you out for? Long enough to get my legs amputated. Sungmin? Shelbu. What's up, bro? He doesn't say anything. Instead, he slowly walks up to you. You know, I should be thanking you right now. You gave me the perfect opportunity to indulge in my cooking hobby. He gets on his knees in front of you. Under different circumstances, this would be really hot. Honestly, this is probably my best meal so far. I'm calling this dish Shelbu Crudo. Wait, Shelbu Crudo? This isn't your meat, is it? Wanna try? Sungmin offers a forkful of meat towards you, an elated smile decorating his face. Eat? Despite that intense hazy feeling that comes over you in waves, you can taste how good the meat is. How good your meat is. Your raw flesh and fat now served to you, topped in seasonings and a mouth-watering savory sauce that brings out your rich flavors that now spread across every inch of your tongue. What do you think? It's beautiful, Sungmin. He smiles knowingly at you. I'm so happy you like it. You've said the same thing all the other times, too. You've done this before! I don't even remember. I'm probably so drugged up that I don't even fucking remember. I'm getting ahead of myself. You probably don't remember. The drugs I've been administering to keep you calm have that effect, unfortunately. It's very strong. What? How long have you been doing this to me? About a week? A month? A year? It doesn't matter. Why are you doing this to me? Where's he getting these drugs? Well, to be honest, you were getting on my nerves. I trusted you and you betrayed that trust. How can you defend people that oppress you? Oppress us? I thought I finally found someone who would understand me. Someone who gets it. Someone that I could let into my world, my life. But, like always, I was wrong. It's sad. I thought you were different. But not being different doesn't mean that you're not special. You're dear to me. I don't want to let you go. You're really good at drawing me in, like a thick cut of meat being dangled in front of a starved hound. Do you know what hunger does to a man like me? The need, the urge, the hunger, the need. I need you. I need this. I can't go back to how things were before you waltzed into my life. I'm not letting you back to your old life just to rot away somewhere. It'd be like throwing away perfectly good Yuko? I'm gonna guess that's a meat. That's why I'm doing this. It would be a waste to just eat you without a second thought. No. Your body deserves a fate so much better. Don't you agree, my little partridge? Sungmin stands and retrieves a pill bottle from the kitchen counter beside him. In just a blink, he's standing over you, or he's standing in front of you again. I think it's time for a nap. But don't worry, I'll wake you up for dinner, alright, dear? Just rest. The warmth from his hand, which is now on your cheek, vibrates through your core. It's hard to look up at him. Your eyelids feel as heavy as a ton of bricks. Sungmin kneels in front of you again. Is his face getting closer? His lips clash against yours? He's holding me hostage, torturing me, feeding me my own meat, and now making out with me. Fuck it. Why not? His fingertips tighten around your jaw, prying your mouth open with ease. His tongue quickly invades your lips, leaving something in his wake. His hand now moves over your mouth. Swallow. Oh, he put the pill down my throat. Oh, damn. Wasn't even a makeout session. He was force-feeding me a pill. You do it. The world around you swirls in a nauseating display of color and sounds. Yet, despite this, Sungmin's voice is clear. I'll take care of you. There won't be any more struggling now. For some weird reason, it brings you a foreign sense of comfort. I mean, I guess I don't have to work anymore. You finally shut your eyes, more willingly than not. You're not sure what exactly is going to happen to you, but you feel certain that Sungmin actually will take good care of you. Until I run out of meat, then, like, he's probably just gonna kill me. Oh my god! My torture chair is a cat gamer chair. Did you like the taste? Oh, it's just like gallery stuff. Oh my god. That's Alicia! Fuck you mean you got Uber? Are you leaving me? Oh my god, dude, he bakes cookies. Oh my god, he has a person in his backpack. See ya! And don't forget to listen to Stray Kids' new album. It's really good.